black on white crime on a per capita basis is significantly higher than white on black crime, that does not match up with the media narrative about white supremacy in the United States.
Here's Ben Shapiro. He was on Jesse Waters last night, illustrating the point of the hypocrisy when it comes to race.
Unfortunately, Jesse, I think it's perfectly obvious why the media deep sixes this particular story. And the answer is perfectly obvious when you look at the races of the people involved. If this had been a black victim and a white perpetrator, then it would have led the news nightly for months on end. You would have had riots in the streets. If it's the reverse situation, the media will completely ignore it because it doesn't match up with their preferred narrative of a white supremacist country that is cracking down on black people, even though statistically speaking, obviously, the vast majority of crime is intra-racial, meaning white on white or black on black. Black on white crime on a per capita basis is significantly higher than white on black crime. That does not match up with the media narrative about white supremacy in the United States.
Do you also feel like they're sensitive to being called racist by their friends, family, and colleagues for highlighting black crime?
There's no question about that. In the echo chamber that the legacy media live in, if you even mention black on white crime, then you are immediately seen as racially discriminatory in some way, because the basic idea on the left is that white against black is really the story of America, as opposed to blacks committing crimes against white people. To even mention that is to undermine the entire narrative of the 1619 Project, for example.
By re-releasing these people out into society after 11, 12, 14 prior arrests, isn't there something about self-preservation? The judges and the DAs alone, why would they do that? Why would they turn these people loose over and over again?
It's ideologically horrific. You know, I have a book called Lions and Scavengers about the mentality that suggests that if somebody is acting badly, they must be a victim. And that is the mentality that undergirds all of this. When you hear the mayor say that you can't incarcerate your way to safety, that is precisely wrong. You absolutely 100% can incarcerate your way to safety. We do not have an under-incarceration problem in America. We have an under-incarceration problem. We need these people locked up for longer periods of time. This particular person should have been involuntarily committed for mental illness. He had violent schizophrenia, or he should have been in prison.
Right. So as I said yesterday, when you put narrative above truth, if you're a journalist, you're supposed to be chasing the truth. You're supposed to be shining the light on something that is true. But if you put narrative over it, if you're an activist first, you'll see a story and you'll wait to talk about it to see if it fits your narrative. And if it doesn't fit your narrative, often you'll lie about it. That's the easy one, or you'll ignore it. And that's the situation we're in right now. So the media, which is now being forced into covering this, they don't want to cover this. Stelter made that very clear, right? This is MAGA basically forcing us to do it. It's because you're an activist, you're not a journalist.